turns out Fortnite's defeated tentacle monster might just be coming back to life, as well as Fortnite's saddest secret storyline yet. We are back in Season 4, and Epic Games has added some important secret dialogue, revealing a hidden romance, as well as the Kraken Tentacle is confirmed to be coming back to life. Epic Games has secretly added hidden dialogue between Hope, Fortnite's most important storyline character, and Kendo, one of the heroes who's been defending our island. And it turns out they might have a secret romance that nobody knew about. Sorry, jump scare, surprise, supporter creator code, hashtag ad, hashtag I'm an Epic Games partner. If you like these videos, enter my supporter creator code in. It helps me out a bunch. I really appreciate it, guys. Alright, back to the video. When we talk to Hope normally in game, she says something like enjoying the infestation. And when we talk to Kendo normally, he says something about trying to save the island. But if we were to talk to Kendo using the Hope outfits, we get a very different response. I know our friendship has an expiry date. Just don't forget me when you leave. Oh, damn, what? Yo, Kendo and Hope? Huh? And if we are to do the reverse and speak to Hope when we use the Kendo outfit in-game, she then says, I just wish we had more time, you know? Damn, hold up. I didn't know these two characters were like... I didn't know. I actually didn't know. It seems like Hope and Kendo have not just been working together on our islands throughout Chapter 6, but it also seems like they have developed some kind of feelings for each other, and they both seem to think things are coming to an end. Of course, it is sad to see Hope and Kendo seemingly on the verge of some kind of breakup, but we first have to acknowledge that something is about to pull them apart. It must mean that presumably Hope is going to be leaving our Chapter 6 island at some point, and Kendo is gonna be staying behind. We are, of course, in Chapter 6, and with each chapter, we get a new island. So with Chapter 7 right around the corner, this secret dialogue basically officially reveals that Hope is going to be coming with us in Chapter 7, but she will be leaving behind Kendo, who seems to be somebody she's pretty fond of. Damn, that's kind of nuts. Jones, what do you think about that? You guys know that, they call me Vengeance Jones. 3 guesses why. Yeah, thanks for the dialogue, buddy. Damn, so that must mean that Hope and Kendo are like, I don't know, more than friends? You know, like boyfriend and girlfriend maybe? Maybe they're just dating? Hey, I don't know. This happens to be probably one of the most interesting and maybe quite possibly the saddest endings to any Fortnite relationship that we know about so far. Hope and Kendo might very well be together, but it seems not for long. The giant, defeated tentacle monster seems to be coming back to life, and it's happening right now. You remember that tentacle that was left decaying on our Fortnite island just before the bugs invaded? Well, it turns out there is some pretty good evidence that this thing is soon to come back to life, and you're gonna want to see it. All over our Chapter 6 islands, the new bug-infested biomes seem to have something very interesting in common. If you look carefully, everywhere where these bug hives can be found, there seems to be this blue water, pretty much directly in the same area. This blue water can be found coming out of these pipes, and these pipes happen to be where the bugs are coming to life, almost as if these bugs are actually feeding off this blue water. And in-game, when players step inside this blue gooey water, we can see it actually heals us. Yeah, the waters seem to be polluted with slurp juice, which might explain why these pipes have bursted. They were delivering slurp juice to different locations on our island. We know slurp juice can actually heal players, so it seems that these slurpy waters seem to be where the bugs are making their nests and where they seem to be feeding. If we know the bugs are drinking this liquid and it can heal players, it might be concerning for us to see that this blue slurpy juice water is appearing next to the defeated tentacle. Yeah, not kidding. This blue goo can bring things back to life, or at least add health onto living creatures. And with Epic Games soon adding new bug-infested locations within the next couple of updates, what's the chances that we're going to see it arrive here at the defeated tentacle? Yeah, this actually makes a ton of sense, because it explains why Epic Games decided to leave the tentacle on the island. It also explains why Epic Games decided to add one of the hive locations literally on the Demon Dojo, because the gooey liquid can slowly make its way into the purple water surrounding this location, directly connected up to the river, and then in theory, it could meet the tentacle, healing it back to life. We already know that Hope and Jones are researching the tentacle, as they have a large piece of it in their research facility, and they seem to think it has the answers to fighting this bug invasion, as Hope and Jones have moved back to their base of operation and have begun experimenting on pieces of the tentacle. Yeah, tentacle monster from last season's events. It's kinda here, and Hope seems to have an interesting idea. So, the big tentacle. First of all, try to ignore the smell. Ew. We know the tentacle and the swarm are able to access the islands from the spirit realm. We are studying exactly how they do that, but we need more data, like the location of their access points, and probably more stinky specimens. Something to look forward to, right? So is the slurp juice going to spread all the way up to the giant tentacle and bring it back to life in a future update? Oh, snap. Damn. Yeah, well, it certainly is possible. I mean, one of the things that makes me think this is seriously possible is the fact that... What? Sorry about that. What I was saying was the fact that we have a giant... Oh, come on! The fact that we have a giant robots coming to our Fortnite game, as in the Dino Megazord. We're gonna need some kind of giant monster for it to fight, right? And there ain't nothing more giants than this giant tentacle. I mean, these queens are pretty big, but they're really not as big as, like, the Megazord, the Dino Megazord. You guys know what I'm saying. And to be fair, they're not that difficult to kill. So do we really need a giant robot to take this bad boy down? I don't think so. Bro. Oh my God. Yep, that's 2. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this is like the best way to play this new season. Get as many of these bad boys as you can, and you're gonna have the best game ever. It's not even a joke. Damn, I'm telling you, bro, it's insane. Double jump goes crazy.
No! No!
Jeez, bro was not expecting that. Damn! 2 games in a row, victory royale. 80 what it is, baby. 80 what it is when you that good, huh?